Without a shadow of a doubt, it's the Crunkest Show in social media history. I want to welcome you to another episode of the War Zone. Say, man, get on your phone and call somebody and tell them you finna watch the baddest in the business. I am the 5-star general. Tonight, man, we going part 2. Principal Rosa Hernandez over at Welch Middle School. I got to lace y'all to the game on how this really go down, man. Y'all sit back. And Rosa, I got time. Trust me. Let's do it. Say, man, I want to welcome you to another episode of the War Zone and tell you thank you for taking the time out to tune in to the crazy Black Republican, 5-star himself. And I'm just happy to be here to be able to engage with y'all and talk that shit. I want to let you know tomorrow we broaden the brand. Brand new podcast tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central Time. Raging Elephants Radio.com. Raging Elephants. Make sure that you tune in. I got my own podcast, and you know what it's called, huh? Talk that shit from a conservative perspective. So I'm going to start talking it tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So if you're a listener and you're able to put your headphones on at work, then you want to definitely tune in tomorrow. My very first podcast, Talk That from a conservative perspective tomorrow at 2 o'clock p.m. I want to send condolences. I've been in the music game for a long time. I meant to do it last night. Send some condolences up to the Godfather himself, Clarence Avant, whose wife was murdered in a botched kick door robbery in L.A. If y'all don't know who Clarence Avant is, you don't make it musically unless, you dealt with Clarence Avant. And he's a true soldier, a really, really good guy. You should go and look at his Netflix special, The Black Godfather, to get a true perspective of who Clarence Avant is. But, we want to send our condolences to his family because I know who Clarence Avant is. I know the power of Clarence Avant. And it's unfortunate that these things are happening. But, God bless him, his family, and hopefully they can get through it. I want to come to you tonight because education is my passion. And we got a loose cannon over at Welch Middle School. You heard some parents. You heard a teacher come on last night, and they talked that last night for real about Principal Rosa Hernandez over at Welch Middle School. And I want to say that I think it was yesterday, she had been taking the kids' hoodies and their jackets and whatever, threatening to throw them in the garbage can. But from what I understand, because Mr. Monroe done popped up, all the kids got their hoodies back yesterday. And that's why a testament to them. I got my hoodie on today for you, big homie, because I'm a grown man and I wear a hoodie. So what difference does it make what a kid wears to school as long as you're educating them? I just finished looking at my GPA. I dress any kind of way for class. But at the same time, I'm on the dean's list at the moment. So what does the way you dress have to do with what you need to learn in school? Some of y'all just took this stuff a little bit too far with what you're doing. I see a good friend of mine on the thread, Javon Degar, man, highly educated. She always dressed nice. She is who she is. But if you gauge people the wrong way, then some days you would look past the fact that she's highly educated. I think that children should be left alone in these schools, man, and just educate them. Because a whole bunch of y'all done had y'all friends take them online courses, and that's why you don't know nothing about education, because you faked your way through it the whole time you were going to school. Now, over here at Welch Middle School, you have Rosa Hernandez, a certified bully who's the principal. and you have a little henchman up under them. Normally, a principal has henchmen when they're bullies in there, whatever. But Miss Hernandez has a very, very unique history. And your history, Miss Hernandez, if you've been watching me, it stretches all the way back to Burbank. I got my popcorn out tonight. Burbank. You remember what you did at Burbank? You remember how you stole the design from Coffee Smith? And you gave that design to a white company in California that made about $500,000 off of their design, Art and Coffee Smith. You remember that? It's kind of stuff that you've been doing the whole time. But you know me, I come with receipts. So I want to share something with you. Hold on. Let me share the screen. We're going to share the screen and we're going to have a little fun tonight. I'll bear with me. I'm going to get something. I'm going to get something. Hold on. Let's go up in here. Let's go see if we got it. It's the wrong one. Y'all bear with me for a second. I'm getting it. I want to share something with y'all tonight, so just bear with me because I ain't gonna play the game like that. I ain't gonna play the game like that. Y'all hold on a second. I gotta move my car. Oh, where is my keys? Okay, I'm back. Bear with me, y'all. Had to move my car. Okay. All right, I'm back. I apologize. Let me send a note real quick for something, and then that way we can get going. Okay. All right. All right, I'm here. So let's go in and let's make sure that we have what we need. So let's cancel that. So what I'm looking for something, y'all. Just bear with me. And we're going to put this up. And that way it is what it is. Okay, there we go. All right. Now, Miss Hernandez over there at Welch Middle School, of course, you did some dirty stuff to Art and Coffee Smith, stole their design. Art and Coffee happened to be vendors for the district that did T-shirts and artwork and stuff like that. And you stole their design, gave it to a company in California. That company made $500,000 off of it. Well, I guess you didn't want the black people to make the money. So you stole their design. So tonight I want to come to y'all and I want to talk about some other things. So give you a rundown of what's really going down. Okay. So what we're going to do, there's a lot going on at Welch Middle School. I mean, a lot, from children being called B's and H's and niggas. See, I wouldn't say the cuss word, but I won't say that one because I need y'all to understand. They over there calling black kids niggas. Teachers are doing it. Hernandez finds out she coerced the three witnesses, which were kids, into writing letters that say that they were lying, but didn't have a clue the whole time that when she was talking to the teacher that was questioning her about these racist tactics, that she was being recorded and admitted to everything that she said the kids lied about. The coercion is like worse to me than it's similar to what happened to the kids in the Central Park 5. That's what it reminds me of. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, she coerced the kids into writing false statements. Okay, that was last night. Now, you got some other things going on at the school that don't make sense to me. It seems that you don't like to hire black people, and you only hire people, especially for your front office, if they're Latino. You actually don't want to promote African Americans. You only want to promote them if they're Latino. You walk around, you threaten everybody that nobody's going to do anything to you. Like, you have friends in HR, and it's obvious that you do. It's obvious that you do. You know why? Because with all the stuff that you've been involved in, HISD has yet to do anything about you. I think right now they're investigating a lot of stuff. I think they need to investigate some more stuff. Well, they should be already investigating it. How much more of a liability can Rosa Hernandez be? Well, I got an email today, and I'm going to read it to y'all. But I ain't going to just read it and put it up for you to read. Okay, so let me go up in here, and let's see if we can make this thing a little bit bigger. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Can I make this bigger? No, don't look like it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have it here. I'm going to make it about that big, and I'm going to read it to you. Hello. I'm coming to you anonymously with some information on Rosa Hernandez at Welch Middle School. The district is in possession of a recording that exposes how she is having sexual relations with another administrator at the school. There is no issue with consenting adults. I agree with that. There shouldn't be any issue. Just a violation of moral turpitude, though. However, the administrator in question, Alvin Goldman, is the problem. On the recording, Alvin's voice is heard admitting that he and Hernandez are having sexual relations, which led to a promotion. In the year 2019-2020, he was in his first year as a math resource teacher with HISD. In 2021, she tried to get him a position as an assistant principal, but the district denied her. With that, she made him a teacher specialist. This year, 21-22, he is an assistant principal who is not qualified. I do not recall the position ever being posted for others to apply, and there are others on the campus who are qualified. He is not qualified. This situation is so gross that it makes me want to throw up. To add insult to injury, Hernandez is very rude to teachers, parents, and students. She took away the students' hoodies and told them she was going to burn them or give them back at the end of the semester. But when she heard that you, the five-star general, was involved, she decided to give them back this week. About the racism, she has created an environment that is intimidating by hiring her friends who happen to be Hispanic and giving them positions of promotions based on their culture, except for Alvin, who she slept with for his promotion. The Hispanic secretary speaks condescending to Black employees, and Hernandez does nothing to reprimand her in regards to this. She gives one Hispanic employee additional stipends. The issue is the Black employee who is still on the campus that had a position stripped from him and given to the Hispanic with increase as well to accommodate his requested salary. The employee, Veronica Fernandez, who used the N-word, is of course Hispanic. If a Black person were to do that, Hernandez would have recommended them for firing. Please look into this for the sake of all employees here at Welch and as well as HISD. We need you in all caps. And Guidry, who's the board member, was on Welch campus for the school's Thanksgiving meal, breaking bread with Hernandez. Your people know what you're doing on your campus. HISD, you know what she's doing on that campus. But you know what's sad? Is that you don't feel you have to address it. You're going to go around with your little bogus investigations that you do. You're going to act like you're doing what you're supposed to do, when in all regards, you are not. And the sad part about all of that is the kids are the ones that have to deal with it on a daily basis. So now it has been alleged that Rosa Hernandez has slept with her assistant principal. He got promoted to assistant principal, allegedly, after he slept with the principal. You run a school or a whole house. This ain't the first time something like this thing came up. So you're involved in a major lawsuit for stealing a design at Burbank. Then you had a kid wrongfully sent to jail at Fur High School. The district had to settle that one out of court. And now I'm sitting on a class action for you with these kids that you done did what you done did. So HISD, what you gonna do? Let me read some of these comments. Let me read some of these comments. Kenitra Walker says all of these principals are moving like they're some type of mob bosses. They do what they want to do, how they want to do it. Wow. The problem that I have with all of this is that y'all ain't the mob. Y'all just some people that work in a decentralized district. And like my dad said, you ain't never been shit. You ain't gonna be shit. Cause you just shit. I'm just telling you how I feel. And now I know I've been getting some hateful messages, and honestly, they're not coming from black people in regards to this. They're coming from other nationalities. Now, try to be respectful of y'all, because y'all the family, but don't get it twisted. You get off in my inbox with that silliness, I'm gonna bless you. If you get on one of my pages with it, I'm gonna bless you. See, a lot of y'all don't have a problem with black kids being messed over as long as it ain't your kids. You don't have a problem with black teachers being dogged out as long as they're black teachers that are being dogged out. See, the voice that they have is my voice, and whether you like it or not, I'm not going to walk through the door and kiss nobody's ass when I'm fighting a problem. I'm just not going to do it. And if that's what you expect from me, then you're not going to get it. Oh, he's not intelligent. Your mama not intelligent. I'm highly intelligent. Let's get it straight. But I ain't finna go up there and fly with the eagles like y'all off the chain when y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of buzzers down here flying low. Why I need to be way up there when I'm holding a conversation with some racists? See, racism is not a problem for me until I call it out. And then all of a sudden I call it out and I'm the racist. How do I become a racist when all I'm doing is exposing the truth? Janelle say, how is that teacher from the other show doing? She's doing great. We trying to get some money. Go on and retaliate so she can get that money. Y'all stupid anyway. Y'all out, you're slow poking. You're doing it slow. But you just step your game up, clown. Rosa Hernandez is a clown. She's always been a clown, and she's going to keep being a clown. And that's what it is. Her track record says that she does all of this stupidness. This district is settling between Hernandez and the principal of Madison High School. How many lawsuits are y'all going to settle for these two? We don't have money for this. We don't have money for that. But y'all constantly settling these lawsuits for these out of control principals. Between Hernandez and between Outlet Brown, how many lawsuits have you settled, HISD, in the last 10 years? I don't even understand how Rosa Hernandez is even in a classroom. I mean, even on a school campus talking about she's somebody's principal. And open racist, just an open racist, does not like black people. I want somebody to do this. I'll do it if I really want one of y'all to do it. Do an open records request and see during Hernandez's tenure how many black kids went to alternative school compared to white children. I bet you might be amazed. She's a racist. The numbers and the documentation backs it up. So it ain't what I'm saying, it's what I know. It's what I actually know. So my question is how many lawsuits do these people have to settle till we get to the point where you just say enough is enough? Jackie Hill then do an open records request and see how many black kids have been sent to alternative school while Rosa Hernandez has been a principal. Whether it was at Burbank, whether it was at Fur, whether it was at Welch, just wherever. And watch the numbers explode on you. Because that's what she does. That's what, I mean, you threaten to call CPS on a parent because a child had some spots on a yellow shirt. If you had a problem with his shirt, you're a Title I school. Why you just didn't give him another one? Because you were trying to separate a family because you have that kind of power. You were going to separate a black family because you feel you have that kind of power. But then when I walk through the door with my power and I get to flexing my muscles, oh, Monroe, he a bully. Your mama a bully. You don't like it when it's done to you. You don't like it when the rabbit got the gun, huh? So let me tell you something, you old bully ass principals out there, man. See, y'all used to get beat up when y'all went to school. Y'all wasn't nothing. when y'all went to school. That's why you take it out on these kids nowadays, or you take it out on these teachers when you become this high-powered principal. You see what I'm saying? That's how you get out. But you really wasn't shit when you was in school. See, that's how some cops are. The ones that like to abuse their authority. When they were younger, they used to get their ass whooped. And nowadays, that's what's going on with you old bully-ass principals. But if y'all can't wake up and see something is wrong with the educational system in the United States of America. They're not trying to teach these kids entrepreneurship. They don't want these children to own their own companies. They want them to go through school, get a bullshit diploma with no education, thrown out on the streets so that they can keep Walmart open or they can keep Jack in the Box open. Our kids deserve better than that. Our kids deserve better than that. And as many schools as Hernandez has been to, why hasn't HFT, who's supposed to protect teachers, did enough to get this woman off the campus? Why? Because you in bed with them. You in bed with the school system. You ain't gonna buck. Jackie White Anderson, Seb Capo, y'all ain't gonna buck. You ain't gonna buck. You in bed. Y'all make money off this. You make money off this. The system, and I've said it, Tico Calloway, the system is designed to dumb them down. Your child is fine until you stick them in that educational component. Now all of a sudden your child special ed, or they need medication. All this here because they just went to school. Now they can't read. They can't do it. Man, come on, man. That system is designed to dumb them down. And the black kids who they want to underserve continuously, who don't give to, we got to for every little thing that they get on a school campus, goes to school for 4 years to graduate, to work as a goddamn door greeter at Walmart. And then people want to act like there's something wrong with us. No, the system did it to them. HISD is the bottom of the barrel nowadays. I don't give a damn about your new superintendent, because where we at right now, y'all could have left Grenada in the interim role, because where we at right now, it's horrible. So all that taking pictures on ugly sweater day, none of that shit matter to me. None of that matter to me. You know why? Because ain't none of that gonna help these kids when they get out of school. Y'all have more meetings and more personal development than I've seen in my fucking life. Say, man, on the real, we did artist development in the music industry, and we didn't do as much as y'all have done in personal development. Man, if you don't know how to manage a classroom, you shouldn't be in one. If you don't know how to deal with 5 and 6-year-old kids, you shouldn't be in a classroom. But see, when they can't deal with your child, all of a sudden, a behavioral issue becomes a mental health issue. That's BS. And you know it. Some of these kids have very short attention spans. That don't mean that they're special ed. But see, they make money off that. And principals like Hernandez, they will be quick to throw your child in special ed so they don't have to deal with them to a certain degree. They don't have to deal with them to a certain degree. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is, your child is actually fine until you put them in the educational component. Errol Jones say, I will happily work with you to kick ass for our kids. Neither of the unions have strength or strong leadership, and generally the black employees are simply too damn passive. And I propose a mass exodus of black from Fort Bend, A-Leaf, and HISD to start. They ain't got the guts to do it. They ain't got the guts. I'm just telling you how I feel. Kenichi Walker say they terrorize these kids so bad in school, then expect them to want to go to college. By the time they graduate, they hate school and everything it stands for. Let's talk about bullying. You know, there's an uptick. there's an uptick of school shootings. I think this year we've had quite a few. Now, there's some bullying going on the campuses. The campuses are allowing the kids to bully the kids. They're also allowing the teachers to bully the kids. Now, if I'm wrong, then tell me I'm wrong. Why is it almost 92% of the time that there's a school shooting, an administrator always get hit? Did anybody check into that past relationship with that child and that administrator to see if that administrator had been bullying that child? These school shootings are not just happening because it's a fad. These kids are living in purgatory on these school campuses. Renee Broussard, expound on your comment, parents allowing it to happen. Expound on that. But my thing is, what I'm trying to tell people is there has to be a bigger reason why these school shootings are happening. And Renee said people are too afraid to speak up. They think they'll lose their jobs. They like to pass the buck to someone else. And that's true. That's true. They won't say nothing. They won't say anything. And you allow somebody like Rosa Hernandez, you know, garbage, if you put in a garbage bag, what stinks worse than garbage? The juice in the bottom of the bag? How dare you, educated black person, educated white person, educated Latino, sit on a campus with somebody like Rosa Hernandez who treats you like garbage, and she the juice in the bottom of the garbage bag? Yeah, that's what I call it. Because your attitude and the way that you treat people is what it is. I'm reading Errol Jones's comment. Let's put it up. He said, we can begin auditing SPED records. I know where the bodies are buried in the SPED program. I have no reason not to share information in a serious investigation. I think there may be a class action lawsuit here that needs to be pursued. Don't worry about it, big homie. We got it. Trust me when I tell you. Because when you're dealing with people that only respect money, you got to hit them in their pockets. You got to keep hitting them in their pockets. And I'm going to keep hitting these school districts in their pockets. Every year I get y'all on something. I'm going to keep hitting you in your pockets. But I was speaking about Mr. House, the black man, who's a superintendent who sit there watching black girls be sexually assaulted on the Madison campus. Black kids being held hostage on the Welch campus. And this knuckle ain't saying shit yet. And you ain't gonna say nothing. And you ain't gonna say nothing. Man, make your money. Make your little change for 2-3 years. And then they gonna remind you too that you a nigga. And then they gonna kick you out and you'll go on somewhere else and you'll applaud them like all the good work y'all been doing. I want somebody to tell me about all this good work they've been doing. Because every time you look up, they get on the news and they get to talking about all this good work they done did. What good work? What good work have y'all done? What have y'all done that's beneficial to children? No doubt, Lorraine Hill, it is a bunch of BS. Extra HISD, you used to be something. But when you start allowing the union to run it, when you start allowing the yeah, they just setting themselves up to make money on the slick. So what can we do about it? I mean, black parents, you don't show up enough. You don't fight for your children. You let these people run your kids through the ringer. They made you put them in an environment that's toxic, where there's no discipline or no repercussions for their actions. They set them up, then they go out in the streets and they try to do the same thing they were doing at school, and somebody blows their heads off. But nobody wants to admit it. So my thing is, when you think about it, all of this cannot be fixed. We keep talking about it can be fixed. A lot of people believes it can be. I believe with the right people in the building, all of it can be fixed. I love this comment. Renee says they're setting kids up to be poor and desolate. She right on the money. They setting them up to be poor. They setting them up. They're setting them up to be decimated. Renee Broussard. Okay. We're going to have a conversation. They're setting them up to be poor and desolate. Like this week here, they're sending out all them food stamps. And I don't want no motherfucking food stamps. I don't want nothing from you people. And I get out there and work for what I want. They're setting our kids up to get obliterated. I'm telling you. They're setting our children up to be to just be wiped out. I don't know what it was. I had somebody hit me the other day and they got $4,000 in food stamps. That shit don't move me. Let's talk about this. She says they're sliding the kids on through the system. Then when they graduate, they can't get a decent wage job. they make him work at Walmart or Jack in the Box, etc. That's exactly what I said earlier. They're setting them up like that. They're setting them up like that to not get a decent job. See, they don't teach entrepreneurship in our schools. They don't teach financial literacy in our schools. See, where they got your mind at and you ain't even thinking. Financial literacy is what they need to be learning right now. Because in the middle of this pandemic, if these kids understand financial literacy, then guess what? They could start their own companies at 14, 15 years old and be multimillionaires coming out of this pandemic. But they don't want us to do that. They don't want us to do. See, we're the working class. We are the ones that have to work the menial jobs. We are the ones that have to work the garbage jobs that nobody wants. This is why they don't have the classes or the rigor in our schools that they have in other schools, because we just need to graduate them to the streets. Let them go work on the cars. Let them go, do whatever they do. You see what I'm saying? And we sitting here and watching this. We sitting here and we watching this. And we're not doing anything about it. They're not teaching our kids anything to survive on. Nothing. They're not teaching them anything. But guess what? We don't even understand what they're doing. We don't even understand what they're doing. And it's like we don't even want to learn. And I get what y'all are saying. That Sharon say, I plan to do workshops for our youth. Okay. That's a good thing. But they need more than that. They need everything that their counterparts are getting. They need everything that's lacking in our school system. See, there's the white school system, and then there's the people of color school system. See, if you were blessed to go to school in the 80s, then guess what? You got a decent education. May not have been top of the line, but we learned enough to survive on. We learned enough to be able to survive on. I get what you're saying. I don't think y'all understand where I'm at. I mean, some of y'all must be new to me. You can teach all you want to teach at home. But where does a child spend 75% of their day? They don't spend it at home with their parents. They're inside of a building that's not teaching them jack shit. They're in a school building 75% of the day. By the time they get home and you get home, you kick it a couple hours, they going to bed. So for 75% of the day, they've not learned anything that can help get them to the next level in the people of color school system. Now, in the white school system, from the time that they can just walk, their schooling is totally different than what ours is. Totally different. Early childhood learning. I mean, these kids are having laptops in pre-K and all this here. In our school district, first grade, second grade, they got all this technology at the palm of their hands, but our kids don't have that. Our kids don't have that. Maybe all of y'all can get together and toss some ideas around and do what you need to do. I'm in the business of trying to save lives. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm going to keep doing that until God tells me that I can't. Hold on a second, man. I will disagree with you. They have technology. They have cell phones. I ain't been in a classroom in over 30 years. And I went in one 2.5 years ago. And I walk circles around kids every day. Every single day. I walk circles around them. Let's see. Hold on a second. I'm pulling up something. All right, let me share a screen with y'all real quick. I ain't been in the classroom in forever, man. I went back 2.5 years ago. And and I'm gonna go in here for a second. Can y'all see this? I wanna open it up. This is one of my classes. Responses to crime. What's my grade? I haven't been in a classroom in 30-something years. But yet I can go in a classroom in college right now and walk circles around these kids. You want to know why? Because one, I know how to do research. Now, those that have been to college know that almost 99% of the papers that you're going to have to write have to be in APA format. Show me a black school in HISD that teaches them how to write in APA format. But the white kids learning this. Our kids don't know what APA format means. Show me one. Let me read your comment. We got to do something in homes and community. As a teenager, we had a teen entrepreneur program in my community. I understand the school is a vital source, but something has to happen in the home because these white kids are getting something in home, the ones with decent level parenting skills, but we definitely need to fill the gap as much as possible. So what should we do? What should we do? You are older, you are right. But these kids in high school and middle schools, blacks and whites, on weed and addicted to social media. So why don't we turn the fucking Wi-Fi off in the schools during the day? Why is it that we keep coming up with the excuses to fixing the problem, but we're really not coming up with no viable solutions? And the thing is everybody wants to blame it all on the parents. But like I said, the parent is at work. They send their kid to school to get an education, but the place where they're sending them is not teaching them nothing. They're not teaching them nothing. Curtis Chavez, that's a good comment. True. But then they say that the only one saying that they can is us. It's hard to remove the slave mentality from someone who is reminded by peers and teachers trying to drag them back in the bucket. Let's go back to Hernandez, who sits in a room with children and tells them how they identify black kids in the third grade to go to prison. See, when you put them in that mind frame, that's where they're going to be. Renee, I've been saying this for years. If they're addicted to social media, then design technological lessons because the kids like technology. Exactly. If you feel that the phones are a problem, then design some curriculum around the damn phones. The good thing about going to college and going online is I can do all my assignments on my phone. If I'm on the road, if I'm stuck in the airport, it is what it is. I can do my assignments on my phone. Some of the black and brown kids are addicted to weed, alcohol, and social media. What about the smart kids, the squares forced to go to school with the Ray Rays and the Pookies? How many smart kids in the school nowadays? It's quite a few. But I think that y'all have to understand these kids got to go to school. And if you would do something with these schools, get our school, man, what I'm trying to tell you is you could go to Woodson and be labeled the worst kid in the world. Your people pull you out and they send you right across the street to kill. And now all of a sudden you blow it out the water because they got everything over there a kid need. Why you think them charter schools just start popping up? They didn't go get no brand new kids. Ain't nobody just was laying around listening to no Marvin Gaye having extra kids. They took the kids that nobody want. They put them in a school and gave them the things that they needed. And then they start excelling. If you want kids to buy into education, then give them a reason to buy into it. Give them what they need to be successful. I have friends that are teachers, but they are 90% of one of my friends' students in at-risk homes if they are so troubled until they struggle learning behavior issues, molestation, neglect. She is one of the best teachers and she helps them beyond a doubt. Black people have always been behind the 8 ball. We've always had to fight something to get to something. I'm going to say it one last time. If you want kids to buy into education, give them a reason why. Make school fun, make it educational, and they'll buy into it. But if they come into this building every day where folks talk down to them, look at them crazy, talk to them crazy, then what you expect? I got a woman over there allowing a Latino teacher to call black kids niggas in a classroom. And you want these kids to walk around this school like they're going to respect adults? That's not going to happen. I don't know what world we think we living in, but that's not going to happen. These kids, and I'm just like Renee, these kids are being set up for failure. They're being set up for failure. But see, we don't want to wake up and see that. They are being set up to fail. Let me read your comment. I was labeled a bad kid. I didn't buy into these educational systems. I went to HISD during Dr. Greer's term. What I'm saying, it's hard to persuade kids on the block to invest 7 years of education. Let me get your mind right, dude. You know what's so sad, Joe? You come on here every night under a fake name. I'm going to tell you like this here. Let me read y'all what this clown done put. Joe, I know who you are. Why do you always check women principals but never check men? How many men principals do we have in HISD? You got Mr. Williams over at Wheatley. I don't need to check him. I have a great relationship with him. Can call him on his cell phone. You had my man, Mr. Bush, over at Casimir. I never had to go over there. Mr. Bush got him out of IR. So what's your point? You attend a third-tier college. No, nigga. I attend the college I chose to go to. Let's get that straight. I graduated with honors where I came from. I know it hurts your heart. And you say when you're going to tell people you took money from the Republican Party and now you're a rhino. Now, let me explain something to you. I'm a conservative. Not on Dan Patrick's side. What you need to worry about is your sorry ass people sitting on the school board that's taking money from Democrats that ain't doing shit for their people. That's supporting open races. That's endorsing open races. And you come on here trying to invalidate me because I took money from Republicans in a nonpartisan race. Nigga, I'm going to take more than that because now I'm a Republican. And I ain't a fucking rhino. I don't give a fuck if the boat implodes with Dan Patrick on it, with Greg Abbott on it. And I don't care if I lost. I'm not losing. The ones that are losing are the ones that are dying in your community every day. The kids that are dying in your community. Black man hiding behind a fake profile. Those are the ones that are losing. How the fuck am I losing and I make $6 grand a day? Clown? Are you upset by that? Are you upset because I will not support these sorry-ass Democrats no more? Are you upset because I don't want my nose stuck up in Sheila Jackson Lee's ass? Like you nothing. They wrote a song about you, boy. You think I don't know? You talking about me. Don't make me pull up your song, homie. These kids dying, and you worrying about me? I'm not hurting, nigga. Nah, I think I'm hurting bad, dog. I'm hurting real bad. I ain't got no money, man. I'm broken the motherfucker. I'm broken the motherfucker. Just sitting in this big old Airbnb by myself. Just sitting here by myself. No, your mama mad. Hopefully that smoke you out and you come see me, nigga. Don't hide behind no fake profile. Be a man about it. Be a man about it, homie. But that's the problem right there. That's why we can't do shit. Because of people like this. You got a problem with me because I am me. And you got a problem with me because I will not support your sorry ass Democrats anymore. But that ain't what we here to talk about. What we talking about is the reason that black kids are dying and black people can't make it is because of people like Winston Harrison. I don't throw rocks and hide my hands, nigga. Never have and never will. I stand on what I believe in. But that's different than y'all. Now, I don't know nothing about education. I don't know nothing about it. I don't know nothing about education, dog. Nothing. But you know what I know? That you a sorry ass nigga that's sitting around sucking a grown man off to try to get yours every day. I go work for mine, homie. And I ain't got to be a part of no clique. So why don't you tell your people? See, because I already know who you is. You's a sorry ass nigga, dog. That's what you is. Tell them about that song they wrote about you snitching, homeboy. Huh? Think I don't know? Well, I know a little bit too much right now, man. Tell them about that song where you was snitching. Oh, I catch flights, partner. And anywhere I choose to go. Anywhere I choose to go. And I think that bothers you more than anything. And you know what's so crazy? I can catch these flights. And it ain't election time, so I guess you think that the Republicans are funding me, huh? Is that what it is? I think the Republicans are funding me. I know exactly who this is, y'all. And the sad part about it is people on the HISD school board. But he got to hide behind a fake profile because he's upset because I'm going to drag your people when it's their turn to run. This is why these kids don't have nothing. Because of black people like him. The administrators are not going to say nothing because they don't want to lose their jobs. They don't want to lose their jobs. So the thing is I want to tell y'all something because I think you black people need to stop fucking with me. I'm not supporting no black Democrats in the city of Houston at all. Not going to happen. I'm just letting you know right now. I switch parties. Because I'm not going to support people that want my people to be decimated. Yeah, I switch parties, and I'm not doing it. I switch parties. So y'all need to stop listening to me because I took money from Republicans when I ran in a nonpartisan race, which I could do. Not a dollar that anybody gave me could influence the way that I think or what I believe in or the job that I need to do. But I tell you something. I got to wait until everything is done. They're actually out voting right now in a runoff. Do y'all know what power is? Let me explain it to you. Power is when you don't have to sit in the seat. And you still control all the pieces to the chessboard. It's a reason I'm the best in the business. HISD, they running the election right now. When it's all said and done, to the union, to the black politicians, HISD, you gonna be my bitch. And I'll never have to sit on the school board to get it done. What you gonna say then? I got 9 inches of limp for you to suck on after these runoffs is over. Because either way, you gonna kneel to the power that 5-star got. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow.